Hello? A voice cries out from the bakery. Hello? Hi! Sick, the bakery's finally open again. Yay! Oh my goodness, thank you for your everlasting patience and kindness. Hi, I'm Mintmai, your local baker, VTuber, and I have bread. I have bread, please. Please redeem your egg toasts. I really missed hanging out. I missed being here. It's weird. It feels so weird because I've done so much in the last week. Been traveling, which was good, but I was absolutely pooped after. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, Mint, welcome back. Thank you. OG, hi, Shugi. Always so good. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. My heart is so full. It's so great to be here right now. Thank you for waiting for me, by the way. I so badly wanted to return on a weekend, and the flight, I got off my flight, I got home, I laid down, and my cats like climbed on me, and I was like, okay, I think this is going to turn into like a 3-day hibernation. On top of that, you know, having a little bit of work to catch up on before I felt good about streaming again. Just to get caught up to speed, organize my things once more post week off. That was good, so thank you for the warm welcome, Max. Ooh. I hope my voice continues to hold up and is well warmed up for the day. But yeah, we're just chit-chatting today. I'm here for Satsudan time. Here to see you again and get to hang out again, which fills me with so much joy. But yeah, thank you so much, Randomous Brains, for membership. Thank you everyone for the members. I'll read them off right now. Sugi, thank you. Wait, I'm gonna go in order. I remember how to do this. Randomous Brains, thank you so much again for a year and a month of membership. Thank you. And Sugi, thank you for 10 months of toasted membon. Girl, I love you. Why do you support me so? Speaking of Sugiyaki, I have been working on packing some of the orders because I was so excited and elated to see the standees. They came when I returned. I was like, the timing was perfect. I had been waiting for them. And so the new standees arrived. And I also have a little bit of extra of each of them. Not much, but I typically order like an extra, I want to say like 3 to 5 stands just in case of like shipping damages and stuff. I order like a little bit extra. So the extras, I'll just put them up in the store and there's no particular rush about those. But I'm getting these packed up, but they came out so nice. I honestly haven't seen my own artwork turned into a standee for a very long time. So it's been a while and I feel like my art has, you know, shy to say, but I do feel like my art has improved a little bit. And so seeing my most, I guess, recent style get standeeified feels really good because I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like the quality is better than before. In terms of what I can make. So I got really excited about that. But this is Mintmai's task for the week. It's also my task for the week because this is not the first thing I wanted to talk about upon seeing you guys again. But yeah, shipping is getting more expensive. But don't worry about it. If we have to worry about it, I will update. But as far as these go, I'll get them shipped out before the cutoff, so it'll be a-okay. It's your first Mintmai merch. Thank you for supporting. I'm so excited. Yay, yippee. All right, well that's the exciting news. I have them on my shelf right now. I have the Maya, Sugi, and Mintmai stands next to each other because they make my heart feel warm and fuzzy. I have them over there. Right now, my room is quite clean, but I sort of changed where a lot of things are placed. As you do once in a while, you kind of turn everything inside out and rearrange. So right now, they're kind of sharing a shelf with Dungeon Meshi, which I think is really fun. I've got Dungeon Meshi and then boom, idols. But hey, it's fitting. It's things I love very much. But continuing on, Sunny, thank you so much for 8 months of membership. I appreciate it so much. And thank you, Sunny. There's more than one Sunny, but I love you both. Thank you so much for 9 months of membership. I have to say, I feel like your profile picture is from Shugo Chara, right? So cute. I need to get back into like my old shoujo my old shoujo kick. I've kind of been on that trend lately. That was my first anime. Ooh. That's such a good first anime. I really want to watch it again. It's my favorite anime. So cute. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've mentioned before. No, I think I probably have mentioned on Twitter. I think I have mentioned on Twitter that I'm like a fan of your dad. He's so cryptic. But like I love it. For those of you who don't know, Sunny has a very supportive father who makes like homemade like oshikatsu, I suppose, for lack of a better term. Like how like these things just kind of happen. But he like prints your oshi, right? He prints. I like that he prints goods of Calyx and then just like walks in and hands them to you without saying anything and then leaves. I think it's just so funny. I aspire to be that kind of a parent, you know? If I had kids one day, I would want to support their hobbies, you know? Actually, I would probably out oshikatsu them. Let's be honest. I would be on that. I would be like, hey, I think you could store your standees better if you did this. And I would mog them. I know for a fact that if my future kids got into any kind of oshikatsu or media that they want to eat a bag, I am mogging them. I am designing them a cooler and more well graphically layout eat a bag than they ever could. I pride myself in how I do those things. Although, sad to say, I don't have many Ita bags. In fact, I only have one of myself, and it makes me it makes me feel odd because I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to like have this displayed on my shelf. But it was really fun to make because I like filled it with fan merch and things. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be my own. I guess we gotta all be our own cheerleaders, right? But I originally was gonna make a second Ita bag. But then I never ended up making it because I bought it secondhand and it's like missing the insert that I need to put stuff on it. And I've been too lazy to like sew myself a replacement. Lexus, thank you so much for a whole year of Memon. I really appreciate your love and support. But thank you so much everyone for the warm welcome back. Man, there's so much I want to talk about because I feel like so much happened while I was gone. Thank you, Alex, for 13 months! That's a whole year and a month. Cheer we shall. Thank you. Thank you for being toasted as well. For supporting me that way. I'm cooking up something that I'm really excited for. And I think... Oh gosh. I think... Hopefully I can share it with you all soon. Something that is not 2.0 actually. It's just another thing I want to share with you all. I've been cooking a little. Hope you had a nice trip. It was good to see my family. We watched a lot of the World Cup together. Which I think is really funny because for those uninitiated about Papa Mintmai, he really loves Lionel Messi. He's probably the biggest Messi fan that I personally know. Although I will say it's not like we have a Messi shrine in the house, but I would very much like you to imagine like an older, like middle-aged, older Asian man that really loves Messi and like roots for Team Argentina. Oh, he must have been going crazy yesterday. I got a text this morning, 8:45 a.m. I'm like barely awake at 8:45 a.m. Or I guess, I mean, I am awake then, but not conscious enough to like use my phone. Typically, I try and stay off of my phone until 9 a.m. I set these little rules for myself that just like help with my brain. But lately, you know, the first thing I saw when I opened my phone this morning was my dad's text from 8:40 in the morning. Did you watch the Argentina versus Egypt game yesterday? If not, you should. It was amazing. I got that text from him. And I was like, yes, I actually did watch it. I watched like the highlights last night because I know it was a very big or a very interesting game. I will say what I've learned from watching the World Cup with my family. I was not following the World Cup up until the point where I went home to my family. I do think it's cool to see people so excited and like united over sports, and just like excited to watch something together. There is a very cozy and sweet sense of, you know, excitement, but I wasn't following it personally. But then I went home and like we were watching it on the television together and it was really fun. And that's when I learned watching soccer or football, if you're not American, which is most of the rest of the world, right? So watching football is very emotionally taxing. I remember seeing Cabo Verde. I watched the Cabo Verde versus Argentina game with my family, of course. And my dad was obviously like, my dad's team Argentina just because Messi's his kamiyoshi. Messi is his football kamiyoshi. In fact, he has like gifts from me and my sister that are like my sister got him a Messi water bottle and like a Messi jersey, and I also got him like Messi oshi goods, for lack of a better term. It's just, you know, fan goods. It is really fun to see him. So he just really appreciates skilled sportsmen, you know? My dad, when he was younger, as far as I know, he just liked sports. Never pursued any of them, like couldn't pursue any of them necessarily professionally, but it's like when I was little, he would do things like volunteer to like coach some basketball at a summer camp or something like that. Like he's been into sports. But he really likes Messi. My sister likes Holland of the Norway team though. I don't know if anyone has seen the long blonde hair man that has a lot of memes around. I've seen them all because she sends me all of them. She really likes Holland. He's so funny. She showed me a bunch of stuff of him and I was like, oh, I can see why you like him. But I think it's quite fun to see like my dad liking Messi and my sister liking Holland. I have seen the Norway fan rowing also because of my sister. People compare him to Goldship. Yes, I see it. He has the same charm as Goldship does for Uma Musume fans. He's got that quirky, just like, is so himself. He's just vibing. And I think that people love that. But yeah, my sister loves Holland, so I've been seeing a lot of the memes there. I do think it's hilarious because my sister, who is not at all like on VTuber anime media, like she'll watch some anime, but actually we watch a good amount of anime together, but she's not like keeping up with the seasons, and she also is very far removed from VTubing. But she has been sending me things about like Miku, the Miku custody battle. You know, the tweet that started it all being Brazil versus Japan, whoever wins keeps Hatsune Miku, tweeted by Roscoe Graves. I thought that was really funny because I was like, dear sister, do you know that a VTuber was the catalyst of this trend of Miku being taken in by every like winning team? Or like being passed along from Japan to Brazil to Norway, like, oh man. Ah, it's so good to be back though. I have so many, like I wrote down things that I was excited to talk to you about. The World Cup was one of them. I thought that was really funny. Oh my gosh, and then like, and then the prophecies. Putting on the jersey. And then the curse, like it's been really funny to follow along that string of tweets. It's like, it's so funny. My sister texted me about that too. Just like every jersey she wears and every team that Essie has rooted for has lost. Oh my gosh. My sister sent me the texts. Let me see what she said exactly. She was just like, poor girl, every team she's rooting for is getting, like, is out of the running. Man, it's been interesting to see this wild overlap of like World Cup, which my family again is following, but then VTubers, which they're so far removed from, somehow being like involved. It's been fun. For me, it's a very funny mix and clash of media. But what else am I thinking of? Oh yeah, I was sitting there and during the Argentina versus Cabo Verde match, my mom likes rooting for the underdogs. Actually, to put it better, my mom likes rooting for whichever team my dad is not rooting for, because she's a queen like that. She's like, oh, your dad's rooting for this team? I'm gonna root for the team that they are currently up against. And she'll be like, come on, score, score. And my mom is not into sports in particular, but she's gotten really into watching the World Cup as like a family activity. I think that's fun. But she does like rooting for like the dark horse or the underdog, or honestly, whoever is losing at the present moment. She's like, come on, you can do it, you can catch up. She just wants them all to have a fighting chance. So she's like, oh, if you're losing right now, like, don't worry, you can tie it. So she's always rooting for whoever's not in the lead, which is very fun. But yeah, I think it's been cool to see and learn a lot more about what's been going on this World Cup, because I had not been following up with it at all, like personally, but getting to go home and hearing more about it and like my family having so much fun with it puts a smile on my face, because it's not super often that the four of us are all together and get to like sit on the couch for 3 hours and just have a conversation while there's a game up. So it was really, really good, you know, to see family. I think those are times I shan't take for granted. Oh yeah, and it's also incredible because it's their first World Cup, Cabo Verde's first World Cup. And their goalie was incredible. Like, that's what I saw, what I had witnessed at the very least. Glad he had a good time at home. Oh yeah, the day I tweeted out to let you know that I would probably need a couple extra days to just like get myself together a little before returning to stream, that was also because I was suffering from a crazy tummy ache. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be in condition to stream. On Sunday, I was having the craziest tummy ache. It was my first day back home. And it was one of those things where it's just, I'm so spoiled and I eat so differently at my parents' home. And then I come back and I think I personally, in my own meals, I don't cook a lot of food that's very salty or greasy. Like, I do love my salt and I do love my grease. I don't do it on purpose at all. It's just the flavor palettes that I like are typically like soy sauce. They're umami flavor palettes, but they're not particularly rich or heavy because I just make things that are easy for me to make. And a lot of times, and I try to like keep a balance of it being fast and easy to make, but also like tasty-ish and healthy. Delish Kitchen is my best friend, by the way. If you don't know about Delish Kitchen, but you like Japanese food, you need to get on Delish Kitchen, like right now. Delish Kitchen is a Japanese like website where people can share their recipes. It's just delishkitchen.tv. And the whole website is in Japanese. Here, I'll send it into chat without sending it as a link necessarily. It's called delishkitchen.tv, and I live off of delishkitchen.tv. Because not only do they have, you can translate the whole website. If you're on Google Chrome, you can like translate the whole web page to English. I think Google Chrome has like always had that. Hopefully other web browsers have something similar, but they have like popularity rankings for the, I guess the most popular recipes to follow lately. But like the bento moms are uploading onto Delish Kitchen. I'm telling you, I know ball. Also, Nebulosity, thank you so much for member. Thank you for your support. I'm currently talking about like my GOAT, as in my greatest of all time in terms of recipe websites. Because you can always look up a recipe on Google, but if you look up a recipe on Delish Kitchen, you like every single, they do have some recipes that are locked behind premium. I've never particularly figured that out. I suppose that's their way of being like almost a magazine subscription. But I have been living off of some of these recipes. Like they've got like the Hamburg steak I make. They've got all kinds of Hamburg steak recipes on there because it's all, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's like individuals get to upload recipes and things. But every step of the recipe has a video. It's like a top-down video of their like counter kitchen island or whatnot. So when they're actually doing the cooking, they have videos. And I also look at the reviews and the ratings for every recipe. When you click into a recipe on Delish Kitchen, you'll see like the star rating. So it might be like 4.5 stars and it'll be like, oh, there were like 400 reviews. And in the comments sometimes you'll see people being like, oh, I've made this so many times and I realized I really like adding garlic at this step. It makes it even tastier. And I'm like, I'm gonna try doing that. So this is where it's at. Genuinely not sponsored. I thank Delish Kitchen for saving my life. I think you can also sort things by like what I guess the type of dish they are, like soups and stews, meat dishes. There's a lot of different ones. I've made vegetable stews that I've seen on here, but really you can click into any recipe and just look at the reviews. And typically my favorite part is a lot of these don't have a ton of ingredients or a ton of steps. Like everything is something that you can make during your allotted, you know, lunch or dinner hour. I typically give myself like half an hour to an hour, depending. I don't tend to cook things that take longer than like 45 minutes. It depends because I think the big thing is just I get hungry. I get hungry and a lot of times I don't start cooking until like 11:30 and I'm like, oh, I want to eat at like 12. So I gotta make something fast. But they have a lot of different things that can also just go on rice and that's so fast for me. My rice cooker is working and I'm just making like the topping and like boiling some broccoli on the side and we're set. But yeah, I do also use other recipes just that I find online. I have like a recipe book, but I actually use the recipe book the least now. Because it's not convenient to use it while I'm cooking. I'm always worried about getting like the paper dirty as I cook. And then my cats also come and they're interested in the pages, I suppose. Not that they chew on them or anything, but I find it to be less convenient than just like pulling up a recipe on my phone or on my tablet. Anyhow, that's my Delish Kitchen shill. Because if you need to cook for yourself, especially like small portions, right? It's great. Have a sip of water. I wonder, summer convention season has started. I saw a lot of different things. a lot of different photos from Anime Expo. I hope people that did go had a good time. I did hear it was very crowded because of like the convention center having construction, but I hope it was still enjoyable. The only cookbook I own is the Dungeon Meshi cookbook zine. Wait, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. I want to check. Oh, I wanted to talk about Dungeon Meshi too. I wanted to talk about Dungeon Meshi. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, I remember when they were like promoting the fan-made zine, the Dungeon Meshi cookbook. It's nice to have like a digital, digital recipes that are so easy to follow along though. But Dungeon Meshi, oh my goodness, so excited about Dungeon Meshi. The season 2 was announced at Anime Expo, I think, and then shortly announced just everywhere online after, and I was like, but I read the announcement wrong. I thought it was this October. I think for a solid 2 minutes while I was like looking at the post, like, holding my phone clutching my phone with both hands, I thought that it was for October of 2026. But I messed up. It's not. It's for October of 2027. Which is fine, because I think they should have as much time in the world to cook, and I think they should have unlimited budget. I think the team should just be, like, funded and taken care of forever and ever and ever. Also, Witch Hat Atelier Season 2 was confirmed shortly after Season 1 ended, and so I was just over the moon about that. I feel like just looking at the quality of Season 1, I was like, there's no way they don't have Season 2 lined up with where they paused the story. So I'm eating so good. You know that meme where it's like, I have to live. Looks at something you're looking forward to. I have to live. That's how I've been feeling. On top of that, it's because Green Yuri, which is very dear to my heart, Green Yuri is getting their anime adaptation, and Nirvana is singing the opening. I can only imagine. I can only imagine how amazing that must feel. For, for our dear Green Yuri mangaka, who wrote a story about high school girls in Japan falling in love and bonding over Nirvana and Radiohead. I also saw that they're releasing like a vinyl, and I'm afraid that I will have to dip into my pockets for this one. I'm afraid that this is like a must buy, because there's no way I am passing on this. Oh, I guess they sold it a while ago. I just hadn't seen it until recently. Universal Music Japan, they had a Green Yuri vinyl. But I think there's another one that I saw going around. I could be wrong. I saw that there is another one with just bangers. They got Bon Jovi on there, which I like. And Nirvana, which I also like. I think I'm not super well versed on artist names or the different, I guess, music in the scene. But I just like listening to what I listen to. So I'm pretty thrilled about that. I'm super elated over just how popular it's become. It's just started out as a manga that was uploaded on Twitter, like 4 pages at a time, and I remember it pretty much started popping off from day one. But I guess I had always quietly hoped for it, but actually having an anime adaptation now after a few years is really awesome, because this is one of those manga that I've been following since like the first upload. The first upload on Twitter. I was out there with like my Google Translate on my phone, like, what are they saying in the dialogue? Also, Chikawa movie is out this month. I think that is incredible. Bros and OG. Yes, because I saw like really, I can't help but want to you know, support individual manga projects. Because from the start, when it is just published online, it's sent out with the intention of just, hey everyone, you can read this for free. And also, because finding a publisher and things like that is really complicated. I've always liked supporting just independent comics and manga, you know, regardless of the language and whatnot. This is a scale I couldn't have even begun to imagine. For the anime too, yeah. I'm the same way. I'm like, Cloverworks is doing it? Nirvana's on the opening? And I saw the trailer and I was like, they look on model. They look like they walked out of the panels. Like it's recent with the art style. It like matches the unique line work there. I'm over the moon about it. And also, yes, where season 1 ended was such a big cliffhanger for Witch Hat Atelier. I can't talk about Witch Hat Atelier. I can't. I'm gonna talking about Witch Hat Atelier is dangerous. It's just too many spoilers. Spoiler territory is imminent. So I try not to, besides just saying it's so good and you should absolutely watch it and you should definitely read it. That's how it is. But I heard that Shirahama Sensei had a Iguin mask at Anime Expo. I didn't feel Anime Expo FOMO except for the fact that I know she was there. And that she wore Iguin mask. That's so awesome. So many exciting projects coming up. Yeah. Oh yeah, she always wears the mask for panels. That makes sense. I think being any kind of creator, this is my personal opinion, but I think with manga as well, a lot of the authors like to keep themselves anonymous or like their face out of the media, and I think that's not only is it super auriful, I just think it makes sense because I think there's a level of like just purely enjoy my work as it is with that, because there's an actor who spoke about it extensively as well, where let me find the actor's name. I haven't actually watched many things with this actor in them. He was in Game of Thrones, which I have not seen. Peter Hayden Dinklage is his name. I believe he is... Yeah, he's an actor. And I just saw like this clip of an interview with him, which I thought was so... Like, I thought it was so true, the things he was saying. Because he was talking about how he would try and like make sure that things about his personal life were as unknown as possible. Because as soon as someone sees an actor and the actor themselves, like the person, the human, and not the character, becomes like too known about, because the audience likes to peel the curtain, right? They want to know about the actor, they want to know about like their personal life, but then it starts to become like, when you see that their face on screen, like that's the same person, are you then not kind of conflicted about the character? Because you already have an impression of who this person is. Now, when you see their face on a big screen, or you see them in a show or in a movie, it's very possible that you're not immersed in the story or the universe of the film itself. of the work. Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, it's like the, you know, the dilemma, because you want people who truly are so passionate and have so much skill and talent to get opportunities, right? But it is like, you know, for an example, Iron Lung and Markiplier. When you see his face, are you able to see him as a different character before you see him as Markiplier, right? For example, me not even knowing that that actor's name who was in the interview and only knowing him, for example, for the characters that he has portrayed is something that I think he was talking about being like intentional, because he believes that like part of being the actor is also giving the experience of the, like putting the experience of the character first, which I think is so cool. Oh, when artists have a fictional persona with lore, I don't see that as much, but I do know of Daft Punk. Yeah. I like when mangaka draw themselves as like a cat. I think it happens a lot. Mangaka will always draw their own characters like super detailed, and they'll have all this amazing paneling, and then in the author's note they're like a thumb or like a snake or a cat, or just like a ghost or some blobby creature. Like, I really like that. I find so much joy with that. Oh, you were able to get really immersed? I think that's great then. That just speaks for how good his acting must have been in Iron Lung. I did not watch Iron Lung because I have fear in my heart. It seems so scary. It just seems so scary. It's horror, you know? Which is why I couldn't do it. I do love when, I don't know, the creator and the creation is such a fun dynamic I like to think about a lot. I don't know if I've seen Shirahama's persona. Wait, is it this little bird? Is it this bird? Huh? With the hat? It's hard to find. It's a fully realistic seagull in a suit. No, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Although there is a separate like small doodle version of just like a more cartoony bird as well. But yes, it's like a realistic seagull with a beret in a suit and wearing like leather gloves. Very posh. Ah, yes, that is something else I particularly love when it comes to VTubing, actually. The fact that I can design a mascot and it's just like you just become that. Like, that's awesome. That's you. Hold on. If I'm gonna zoom in, I'm a proper and a demure lady. If I'm going, let me just get my other shirt on. Here. Hi. That's you. As you can see, this flower friend, much like me, is worse at winking this eye. Good at winking this eye. Worse at winking this one. You can see their other eye squints. What? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. No. Holding us up to the mirror like it's cat. Look, it's you. It's you. I would very much like to see what I'd look like. Like, I think flower friends would have cat logic, where if I held you up by like under the armpits, like it would stretch a little, you know? We have such cute cheeks and no thoughts in our head. Yes. I do think that I have a what would I call it? I have something that I particularly enjoy about commissioning artwork, especially when I commissioned tons of artwork of us in the past. There's something that I find to be a little pleasure, which is how every different artist draws flower friends is always like, it's like a little different. Sometimes the face proportions are different or the body or things like that, but I do think that there is kind of a canon like flower friend proportion in the way I have designed them. Like just very fluffy, like plushy, fluffy, but I really like seeing every variant. It is just as precious as when every artist has their own art style. It's like every artist has their own flower friend art style. And I particularly relish seeing it every time. It's very, very cute. Recently I was... This is not spoilers or anything like that, because it's for something that probably won't be seen for a hot minute, but for example, I was just purely commissioning artwork. And something I really liked was the artist sent me a sketch and also included in their message, let me know how many flower friends you would like in the composition. And I was like, all of them. But also sometimes I have to be realistic. I don't want to make an artist draw like 20 flower friends. So I think oftentimes I'll be like, oh, it'd look adorable if it was just like me and this one flower friend hanging out. Or it's like, oh, I think 2 looks really cute in this one, or like 3 or 5. But I think it's really sweet. Yeah, you are well loved by artists universally. That is what I have learned. They are always finding a way to incorporate a flower friend somewhere, if it fits the theme or what the art needs. It's like, I see you. I see them adding in the flower friends. Unlimited flower friend. Oh, unlimited flower friend indeed. How happy I am to be. A humble 6 flower friends is fine. So many flower friends. Drown me in them, really. Oh, that reminds me of the art floor made. Where I'm a magician. I like that one. I really cherish every artwork, but I called this... I named this one in my files where I like save everything. I'm a bit of an archivist, you see. A bit of a hoarder. I named it, like, I always name it by the date and then like artist Twitter handle. And then I give it a nickname that makes it easily recognizable for me. So this one's called MintmaiGician. Tag yourself. Which flower friend are you? I'm this one. I'm this one. This is me in the mornings. Blech. That one's me. But I also think this one makes me feel a certain way as well. Flower friend on all fours. Yippee, yippee! I think about flower friend on all fours often. Since one time my oomph drew flower friend on all fours, I've never forgotten it. And since then there have been more flower friends on all fours, and I really feel that. This one too, this one's me. This is me when I start a stream. I pop out of the hat. Just like... Wait, that was really bad. Ah, my lips had bad chemistry with themselves. Let me do that again. Rewind. Forget that you saw anything. Just like... That was so much better. There we go. I'm the little one going, oh, this one. That's you. I like that. This is a pure coincidence, by the way, but maybe I'll be like those movie directors that just retcon everything once like fans start making up theories. I will say this is intentional, but totally intentional if you ask me. I like that flower friends can technically just be drawn with M's. Like one M on one cheek, one M on the other cheek, and then the long M for the ears. It expresses how tasty they are, you know? Like, Yeah. I will say that I like the letter. I like the letter M. Not only because it's in my name twice, but because I think it is a cute shape. Do you have a favorite letter? Or a favorite number, even? I think my favorite number... it fluctuates, but I like the number 2. I like that if you hold up 2 fingers for number 2, it's just a peace sign. And also, I like that if you put 2 of them together, it's a fish. I like 8. Pachi pachi. Or also just a lucky number. Ooh, 12 is a nice number. That's a dozen. Bakers like dozens. Oh, I like Z and 10. Ooh. Whoa. Sorry, the nerd in me was just like, that's the camera model I have. The nerd in me being like, hold on. That's like a... Well, okay, to be exact, it's a ZVE10, but I'm not a camera nerd. I have camera nerd friends, and so my hand cam camera is a ZVE10, and I got it secondhand, so... I was like, how come that looks familiar? Oh yeah, because I have to look at that every time I'm doing a hand cam stream and I have to set it up. I have to select ZVE10, but now you know what camera is the nice one I use with my hands. Yeah. Funny you say that. 2 was my favorite number. Cause that's the place of the letter. Wait, I'm trying to process the sentence. 2 was favorite number because that's the place of the letter my crush's name was. Like their name was 2 letters? Oh, or was it like when you're in school and you get assigned a number? Sometimes my brain just like is like a bubble and it pops. Oh, the first letter. Like it started with B? yeah, this is what I'm also... Guys, we're gonna decode Kyle's crush right now, live on stream. Okay. So 2 is your favorite number because that was the first letter of their name. So the second letter from numbers 1 to 26, what rings a bell? Lights a candle and starts waving it around in front of you. What comes to mind? Okay. Give me a B. Give me a... 5. Oh, it's working, guys. It's working. That's all you're getting. My mind games. Put my fingers together. My mind games. I'll decode. I can decode every flower, friends. I can figure out what names you're thinking of. Belinda, Beatrice. Now you guys just coming up with names now. It's a 5-letter name. You're giving us a lot to work with. How come I can't think of a single 5-letter name that starts with BE? All I can think of is a name that doesn't, like, if you flip the B upside down, like if you flip the lowercase b upside down, I'm just thinking of like... I'm not good with the... Not good with the names. Feel like I'm playing Hangman. Wait, here. I'll stand here for immersion. Oh wait, but that's not how Hangman works. Hangman, it's like you add on the limbs. Bebop. Oh yeah, Bebop. That has to be it. Why are we wordling? Hey, he started the challenge. Oh, he started it by being all cryptic and saying 2 was favorite number because letter B. Anyhow, going back to favorite letters though, I did see you said A with the little accent at the bottom is nice. Oh, you're being fancy. You're getting fancy with it. Oh, by that logic, I really like in Spanish, like when they say niña, there's like the N with the fancy squiggle. I like that. Señorita, does that have that one? Wait, words with squiggly N. I like when it's lowercase. Yeah, it has the little tilde. I like it. Like I don't know if I can see words with it in there. It makes the nya sound. See, that just makes it even better. I just like that it's like the sound of like nya. But that's exactly what a letter that sounds like nya would look like though, you know? Because the little tilde makes you pronounce it a little more, with a little more flair. That's at least how I see it. And now I'm just trying to find a word with it. Oh yeah, año. Año. Which is like in Feliz Navidad. But that just means year. Oh, you're giving me a hard word. Oh no. My American accent. My West Coaster accent, in fact, has a... Actually, maybe I have an easier time pronouncing it. Because I feel like there's a lot of Spanish speaking in general in the US. But on the West Coast, like growing up, learning Spanish as like a second language was a common elective. I think in my high school, we got to choose from like Spanish or French. Or you could go to other language schools. And I went to, I took Chinese. I took Chinese classes because I was already fluent. So I just needed to get good at the reading and writing, and I survived. Is it in German? Ooh, I like the shape of that one too. I'm gonna try to pronounce this word though. Is it? Oh goodness. Pequeño? Pequeño. I got this. I like the letter a lot. Yeah. I don't know if it's my favorite one though. I still think M is my favorite letter. But a lowercase n with the tilde on top, I really like as well. Señora. Unk still got it. Thank you. Oh, that's what I did in high school, except I chose Japanese. We also had Japanese. I remember now. I guess at this point in my life, I regret not choosing Japanese, but it's because I was already taking Chinese anyways, because my mom wanted me to, so I was getting the language credit. But one of my best friends took Japanese, and she was president of the anime club, I'll have you know. Flips my hair a little. Yeah, guys, I know. I was besties with the president of the anime club, and we thought we were so cool. Although, sadly, or regrettably, I didn't get to attend many anime club meetings because one of the first things that we watched in anime club, because all anime club did was every Monday lunch, we watched one episode of anime during lunch hour and then talked about it. I think we watched Owari no Seraph, and I got scared. I got scared because there was blood. And I'm so weak. But yeah, we watched Owari no Seraph, and like there was blood, and I don't remember anything else about it. Yeah, there were some things in there that me at 14 was like, I don't know if I want to do this right now. The music was good though. Hello. Man, it's so good to be back. Yay. School anime clubs choose interesting anime to cover. Oh yeah, there's also I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was always, we watched a lot with sort of darker themes, or like more serious ones. Like we didn't watch any comedy or like lighthearted slice of life during lunch hour at a high school, which is like, you would think that actually, I was about to say you would think that high schoolers would like to see more of like the seishun type, but I only realize now it's people that finish and leave high school that like seeing the Seishun youthful friendship stuff. Yep, it's precisely the high schoolers that want to see the more like gruesome, the world is dark, and also like we are vampires stuff. Like, of course the 15-year-olds are watching that, and me in my riper, wiser age tucks hair behind ear. I, like you and I, are polar opposites. And Ramparts of Ice, they are series about high schoolers communicating their feelings and becoming friends and working through their own personal you know, their personal feelings, and they're growing together, and they're being friends, and they're going to firework festivals, and they're lighting sparklers at the beach. Okay. Yes, I eat it up. You can't judge me. I read the edgy stuff when I was I read the edgy stuff when I was 13, 14, so. But I also read the fluffy stuff. Again, we've all had our phases. I think you're like required to go through like the edgy manga and anime phase though. But yeah, I am of the realization that it's people that are no longer in school that like to see the school life, like the romanticized school life, cute, wholesome stuff. My first anime was Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my gosh. What a first anime. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was so popular at some point in time. Noragami. Yes, not my first anime, but Noragami was the first more, I think like one of the first anime that I saw that wasn't like a childhood anime. Because we're binging it at a friend's birthday party. Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. Although, I guess Ouran High School Host Club came before that. First ever anime was Slam Dunk. The first one I can remember is Slam Dunk. And then around a similar time, it was like, okay, Doremi, Sailor Moon, and then Mermaid Melody, Pity Pity Pitch, Glass Mask, actually, like the 1961. And before any of the oh my gosh, Mintmai, you're born in 1960 comes in. No, you can watch old media. You can always watch old media. I don't know if Glass Mask, I don't know if all of Glass Mask ages great, because I can't quite remember. I just remember it being really good though. Tokyo Mew Mew, yes! There's parts in that anime that made me cry. I also remember crying during Noragami. I think there's a lot of anime that are real tearjerkers. Oh, we watched Anohana for Anime Club too. That Anohana is like I think about it and I'm like, wow, that's messed up. Granny Mint. No, you can't say that. Oh my gosh. Anohana is like it's like evil how sad it is. Or I guess it's not all sad is the thing. It's just so like heart-wrenching at times. But you don't even say Granny Mint to me though. Right before stream today, I opened a DM from Lan. I opened a DM from Lan that I need to look at again later because I had to start stream. But both of us sometimes are like, because we just remember. We just think and we remember things about like our time together. Because that is like actually like how we met. That's how I met Lan, and we skipped so many stages of friendship. You've been watching it again this week. Oh my gosh, don't do this to me. I I really want to, and I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try really hard to. I really want to do something for the 1 year anniversary, you know? Whether it's like finally strapping myself to my chair and desk and editing something together myself, or whatnot. The people miss it so bad. I think I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for it. Yeah, lays on the ground. We still talk about you. I'm very glad that that was something that definitively not only sort of wrapped up my 2025, but it also just did a bunch. It did a lot for my brain. Granny ranking her adopted grandkids on a tier list? How dare you? How dare you imply that Granny Minerva would have favoritism? I think it's one of those things where she's like, she's very, you know, like she would never put a list out there. How could she? She cares so much. She cares too much. It is crazy it's been that long, but we're all, you know, we're here together. If you don't know about VCraft Enchanted circa September 2025, I hope that you may give it a look one day. But also, I'm just really happy we're here together, here and now. But I do think if there's any time where I will like officially reminisce really hard and be like, oh, it's gonna be for 1 year, 1 year anniversary. Although it's one of those things where it's like the 1 year anniversary is in 2.5 months from now, I guess, which is too close. You know, this is a good time for me to also transition into talking about some of the other things I wanted to chat about. It is so soon, but yeah, I hope everyone has a fun July too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paladin, for your support. Also, way earlier in this stream, I wanted to say congratulations to the flower friend that announced their employment status. I'm really happy for you. Support yourself! Support yourself first, of course. I saw your really sweet message and I got distracted and I didn't get to like circle back to talk about it. But congratulations on job, and always, you know, take care of yourself first and foremost. Although I'm very happy for you. It's starting off with a hot week. Oh, it is so hot. I also saw things about being like, haha, halfway through 2026, and I was like, ugh. Although I'm getting better. I am getting better at feeling like time is not running like chasing me, you know? I think that's a mentality that just comes with, unfortunately, it's like a byproduct of a crazy intense grind set. Well, for lack of a better term, just like the absolute grind that I have put myself through for a lot of my life. I think it has unfortunately sort of wired my brain into constantly being in this state of like fight or flight against time. But I've been learning, because that's, you know, it's not a fun way to live. It is really not a fun way to live when you feel like, oh, I think a lot of artists feel this way too, where it's like, oh, I have to draw now. I have to do so many things, and I've got to make something. And not just artists, just everyone in general that makes anything, which I think everyone, you know, makes a little bit of something. But I think that feeling of like being chased by time is something I don't really want to live with anymore, because it doesn't help me realize the things that I want to do better, you know? It doesn't assist me. It doesn't bring joy and whimsy, and it doesn't particularly, like, it's not helpful to what I want to do in like my daily life. And so I've been trying to, you know, I've been trying to be really good and patient about it. I know where you got that line from. I'm teasing you. It's true though, the world will wait. I think that that's just one of the most beautiful, you know, a very beautiful sentiment. We do have, I think it's a mix of, you never know what will happen in your life, right? But if you're constantly feeling very chased by time, everything passes in a blink of an eye. I think there have been periods of my like lifetime, particularly, you know, times where I'm always doing something and immediately like jumping between things and just in a scramble, you know, to try and do everything I want to do while taking care of myself. It's like you'll miss out on a lot of things if you're so like, oh, I'm being chased by time. Like, so I think I've been really good about trying to feel like there isn't some kind of hourglass with sand that's like running along, you know? I think the more you slow down to enjoy the time that we have together and the time that we each have, the more savored I think every day becomes, and every week and every month. And then it starts feeling like things aren't passing in such a immediate blink of an eye. You didn't realize it? Oh no! No, I have the same problem. It's like my friends' vernaculars have plagued me. I think I can't say yippee without like thinking of Maya. I can't think of I like those jokes that Sugi would make she had a phase. I can't think of 6-7 without thinking of Sugi amongst a few others. And I also can't think of like I'm trying to think of an example of it. It's like Sugi really likes the genre of jokes, or at least she did for quite a period of time, where it was like, Butter? I don't even know her. Like she really that makes her giggle. And so now if I see anything that's kind of in line with that, it's like that just bleeds into reminding me of her. But yeah, I can't even say yippee without having associations with people. I think it's sweet how the way we talk is built by the people and the things we love. It's like a tapestry. Oh, wait, that's so sweet. You know, life is just a corkboard. Life is a corkboard that you fill with enamel pins. And the enamel pins are either just given to you, the things that you love, or like, you know how sometimes you go to an event or you do something and there's like, hey, there's the free enamel pin that just gets like handed out, or like the badge. I don't know if you guys ever had this, but I do remember. It was like some summer program situation I was taking a part in a long time ago, like when I was in school. They had like the little pin with like the camp logo or whatever. So life is just that, and you just like fill it up with those. I mean, all I did was take the tapestry example and say it another way. Do you like quilts? I really like quilts. I love when people make the granny squares and make crochet with them, but I particularly like quilts, like just the blanket. The concept of a quilt being everyone can sew a different square with a different design on it, and then you sew all the same size squares together to make like a pretty blanket. I've never made a quilt before, but I've always loved them since I was small. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, messages. If your messages aren't appearing, sometimes that's YouTube being silly, or it's also there's a little bit of a cooldown. Yeah, you've got to be subscribed to Mintmai channel for a whole 60 seconds before you can send messages. That's mostly bot or spam preventative measure. But let's talk about plans for June, because I love talking. I love chatting. And I do think the way we chat here also influences a lot of how I speak in daily life as well. When I was a kid, I learned how to sew at my mom's quilting group. Oh, that sounds lovely. Wait, that sounds so cute. I learned how to sew in like 2nd grade because my teacher then was really into sewing and like especially like sewing felt and things like that. Did I say plans for June? Oh no. Plans for July. Plans for July. Oh, also, with all due respect, the way collabs happen between creators and streamers is often very organic. Oftentimes it's just, you know, if you want to hang out with other people on stream and things like that, I'll just, you know, let you know really quickly. I think it's so much more fun if you approach everyone or everything in just a more of an authentic, like getting to know people and then being open to collabing, but not necessarily being like, it's not a checklist, I suppose. I hope that if you find people to play games with though, that you have a good time. Yeah. No worries, just more of an FYI. I think most people prefer to just chill, and then collaborations are something that happen naturally between friends. In fact, I don't collab with most of my friends. Not because I don't want to. Not because I don't want to, but because a lot of the time it's the scheduling doesn't work out, or it's just that we're all doing our own individual things. And I really like to see my friends pursuing their own really awesome, wonderful things. And I want to do my best to just like be the best me I can be as well. That's cheesy. But yeah. There's a chance, you know, I wanted to just answer and let you know that that's kind of the etiquette, but you know, I don't think everyone necessarily knows that by default, but yeah. There's a chance that you weren't answered before, mostly because a lot of people will automatically just filter out things like that. Yeah, because oftentimes if you invite someone to do something, right? If you invite someone to do something, but it's like publicly in their chat on stream, it kind of puts them on the spot and it's like, you've got to like, it's more like, it becomes like an interview. I will say no one is ever particularly forced to answer certain chat messages or questions. I do just enjoy having an organic and natural conversation here though. Making 3+ adults with a full-time job commit to one thing is often very difficult, I've come to realize. There have been so many times, and also like the larger the collab is, the harder it is to schedule. Typically, you just need like at least one person that is running the fort. Something that I realize is super helpful is like in Discord, you can embed the timestamps. If there's some kind of collab in the plans, I will just send the Discord timestamps and I will be like, vote on your phones now. Like react to my message with the different times. I'm like, 1 is this timestamp, 2 is this timestamp, and it's like the automatically changing times. Yeah, it's just like, it's just one of those things. Everyone's scheduling things together. Let me see. I think voting available time slot is a lot easier, right? I think it's like, I think it's like just giving people options makes things a lot faster for everyone. Yeah, so especially if it's something I'm planning. Sonny, what's happening? Thank you very much for the 5 Nenban. I appreciate it very much. I'm bad at being the one to organize. I'm bad at being the one to reach out and invite, just depending. Mostly because everybody is busy, you know? We're all always busy. That's just life. But I do think it's really sweet that in the times that I get to hang out with people I care about, that we just make even the smallest bit of time for each other to just like reply to a message, you know? Like something as simple as that. And like a small exchange just kind of communicates like, hey, I'm here too, and I'm chilling too, and like I'm doing well. It's just the quiet being there for each other. And I also love to like, I get familiar profile pictures, whether it be from Flower Friends or oomphs and such, like that just like pop up on Twitter, and I'm like, hey, they're just saying hi. They're like saying a quiet hello to me. Wah. I appreciate the support so much though. Yippee! But I'm very grateful that I get to. I do think since I moved to YouTube. Oh, I'm doing that thing where I jump tangents really fast again. Sorry about that. I've been trying not to do that, where I cut myself off mid-sentence, but the way my brain works, it's just way too easy to do that all the time. I'll think of my sentence first and then I'll say it. Okay, I've got it. I've been trying to just focus on what I want to do because I know and I appreciate all of my friends for just quietly rooting for me from the sidelines. And I also want to keep rooting for all of my friends. Even though I moved from Twitch to YouTube, I do think the one thing I mourn about moving from Twitch to YouTube, which, speaking of which, I don't mourn it too much, but I'll have you know, I re-download and I delete Twitch on and off of my phone, like, all the time, you know? Like, I delete Twitch because for storage, and then I re-download it every time there's like a stream I want to watch from my friends, but it's like more easily watchable on Twitch. So I just keep doing that. Thankfully, when I re-download Twitch, it is still like, it still has me logged in. But yeah, it's because I'm not always at my PC when there's a stream I want to see. But it's just not as convenient now that I'm on a different platform to like catch up with my friends. Yeah. Also, with all due respect, please read the please read the chat rules. Let's keep things kind of on topic. Also, I think there are a lot of good YouTubers. You just gotta find them. But I'm glad you can enjoy things here. But yeah, with all due respect, I don't want to be compared to other people. I'm just me. Smile. They're in the YouTube description. They're in the YouTube description. But right now, I'm gonna talk about my plans for July, actually. It's pretty exciting. It's like, I've been thinking about this for a long time because I did share that something really big is happening. Something big is on the way. I am going to debut a 2.0 model. And what that means is I will look the same, but different. I will look the same, but oh so different. I think because I am the illustrator and I will also be the rig artist, I will let you know right now I've been doing everything within my own power because I feel very, of course, attached. It's my own face, okay? I'm just getting a more high-resolution camera. But because we are turning the notch up quality-wise, and I'm allowed to say that because I am my own artist and I can see the clear, like, linear improvement in my own art. I would say it's a good practice to not compare different artists, but because I'm the same artist, I will compare myself to my past self, and I'll be like, I'm better than her. I can do it better than her. She's 3 years ago. And I still care her very much because of her I am here, you know? Because of her I get to do what I'm doing right now. But as far as the artistic skill goes, I am particularly proud of what's coming. But I have to really dedicate my time to 2.0. I've been feeling particularly to dear flower friends. I've been feeling particularly kind and flexible today, but I think I will have to do that. Okay, moving along. I was being like, I always, I never wanted to discourage anyone from hanging out and such, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta vibe. But again, with love, heart hands. I'm always like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I appreciate everyone for being very nice, but it happened. It happens. Respect. I think I used to have a lot. I used to have a lot more in me when I was on Twitch, I think. But it gets there's sometimes a point where I'm like, I care about everyone's experience, and I also especially appreciate when people are not specifically being like, oh, this has to be about me right here, right now. You know? Boundaries are important. Yes. I'll continue to get really, really good at being firm. I think I used to do like a 3 strikes and you're out system on Twitch, kind of like in my own head. I wouldn't name the strikes out loud. It would be more like I try and explain things to be like, hey, this is just kind of how it goes. This is what I think and what I prefer for like the overall vibes and everyone's good vibes. So when I was a young and freshly born baker, a solid like 3 years ago, I was very much like in my own head. I'm like, okay, I'm giving them 3 chances to just kind of like think about it, and then yeah, your patience is a blessing. Protect your peace, queen. I do think that for people with much faster, I guess, like interactions, stuff like that can be distracting, so it's easier to like immediately remove it. But for me, it's there, and so I can't really like I don't want to ignore it either. Sometimes it is better too, though. Yeah. Oh, sometimes I get an email. I shouldn't even address that I get emails sometimes, but once I've gotten an email from someone, they weren't being mean or anything, but it was just an email being like, streamer, why did you not respond to my messages? And I was like, but like, we're having a conversation together, you know? It is not, you know, it's not about like the roll call. It's like, address me. Yes, that's what it is. It's like the elephant, right? And because it's there, sometimes I'm like, I know that you see it and that I see it, and so sometimes it feels like the elephant's there, like, address me. But I gotta be better about not feeling like I have to please every person in every corner of the internet, because that's just how it be. Emailing the jokes I typed in chat so I can get a +2 email. Oh my goodness. Not the +2, not the hey, that was a good bit +2 in an email format. Oh man. You know, sometimes I really wish, you know how on Discord you can send reactions to messages? I so dearly wish that you could send reactions to emails. I know maybe some people wouldn't particularly like that, but sometimes I'm sending like a work-related email and I want to let the other party know that like I appreciate them and that I read the message, but without them replying. Because the problem with more work-centric emails is, depending on who you are communicating with, sometimes it's always like everybody's gotta get the last like message in. It's like the politeness. It's like how low you bow. You know about that? It's about how low you bow to each other. Like, oh, thank you, oh, thank you, thank you. And then you just keep bowing like lower and lower until you're both like face to knees. That meme. It can be like that sometimes, but with work emails. And so there's a lot of time where I'm like, oh my goodness, because they keep responding to my last email, I feel like they think, yeah, it's like, no, you hang up. It's like, I feel like they need to always respond if I email to be like formal and polite. But then I'm like, at this point, this is just taking a lot of time. It doesn't happen often. It's just sometimes it happens. And I so badly wish to have like a reaction. So I can just send them like not a thumbs up. I'd probably send like a heart. Just like, thank you. Or like a polite smiley face, you know? Not the intimidating smiley face. You know, there's a very important distinction. I will send the emotes into chat. There's a very important distinction between this first one and this second one. There's a strong emotional distinction between 1 and 2. Emailing stresses me out, so I will say thanks and leave. Yeah, that's how I am too. The second one is polite. The first one, I treat the first one like evil, mischievous. The first one is like chaotic, good. And the second one is neutral good. The second is just like a genuine like, but the first one is like, yeah. You see how that made you feel? Yeah. The first one is a threat / promise. Yes, a promise is a great way to put it too. Or it's like, I will. It's like, oh, have a good weekend. Oh, I will. Versus, oh, I will. The first one's like a backhanded compliment to me. I'm so glad that the first like standard smiley face conveys the same mess of emotions that I see it conveying. That brings me much joy. Because for a long time I was like, well, it's just the default smiley face. Oh, the worst part is this. This smiley face here conveys something different than this. Except before I tweaked my Discord settings, when I sent the first one, it would automatically send the second one, and then I would look like I was threatening my friends. Because sometimes I will say, you know, I'll send a message and like have the smiley face just at the end of the message. So imagine like thanks, parentheses. It's very different from thanks. Good stuff. Yes, I hated that. You can turn it off in the settings, and as soon as I found that out as an option, I've never gone back. Thanks. I'm shivering. Yeah, if I received that from someone, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you hate me. You hate me. My mom, oh, your mom uses, and your dad uses ... so texting them is always an adventure. You know what I really want to know? My nosy brain wants to know what the text looks like between them. Because then you get a message from your mom to your dad, right? Like, you know, if your parents are texting each other, imagine mom is just like, yeah, could you go grab the groceries? Thanks. And then dad responds like, ... yeah. That would be so funny. The communication. Parents using emojis incorrectly is so funny. I'm trying to think of a time my parents have used choice emojis. Oh, I don't think my parents really use emojis. My mom just uses perfect grammar and punctuation. And it's very intimidating. I mean, again, she's an intellectual woman, but also she messages like in perfectly written paragraphs with like, you know, the capitalization is all there. Like everything is perfect and exact grammatically. And like she's never sent a text without like the punctuation at the end. It's always like, I'm actually looking through our text right now. It's like something period, something question mark. Like she has it all perfect. But it's just, it's just so formal. But because I know it's her. But the thing is, when we're talking to each other, like she's very cute, actually. I don't know how to explain it. My mom has a jovial and whimsical demeanor. How about that? So I just have to imagine it. I have to add it on to her texting style with my own preconceived notion of how I know she speaks. Let me read this one line for you out of context. I need you to know that my mom has sent me a text that looks so intimidating. Actually, maybe it's better if I show it to you. Oh, you know the better part? My mom doesn't have like on any kind of messaging like social app my mom uses, she doesn't have a profile picture. And so I also don't have a profile picture for her on my phone. So please imagine like the default like blank the blank like text bubble sending this. Okay. She doesn't have a profile picture anywhere, and she also doesn't use social media at all. It's just like she makes like a private account just to like message me and my sister wherever we find it convenient. But I think it's better if I just show you instead of reading it out loud. It will be so much more effective that way. Hold on. Let me send it to myself in my Discord server that only I'm in. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Mintmai, I want to get in on the secret Mintmai server, there's nothing of value in there. It is purely things I need to send from my phone to my PC go through my personal Discord server. It's so awesome. Because DMing myself is a pain because I have to go and like... I don't even know if you can DM yourself. But if you could, it would get lost. Like that chat would get lost. So I just have a personal server that goes at the top of my Discord purely for this purpose. It's amazing. You can email yourself. That takes longer. That takes longer than sending through Discord. Okay, do you see this text? This is just my mom saying she agrees with whatever I think is good. For something extremely simple. But I will respect your choice, period. I love her. But when I speak to her though, like talking, she's like whimsical and jovial and smiling. But you know how scary it is to like get this message out of context in your notifications? But I will respect your choice. I'm like, huh? What was I choosing again? Was this a life or death situation? Like what was I doing again? I thought we're just talking about what we want to order for dinner. Like, but I will respect your choice, period. So silly. I will allow an energy. Oh man. Speaking of stream decks, I feel like I gotta use my stream deck better. It's very useful, but I kind of think you can actually use it for art shortcuts. And I've been starting to think that I should do that as well instead of well, I like my keyboard shortcuts too, but it's nice that stream decks you can use it for little shortcuts. Mintmai loves a good tangent. Part 5000. Let me put on some lip balm and drink some water, and then I'm gonna talk about the important main thing I really want to convey. Which is like I feel so conflicted, but I've talked about it briefly before, but today I'm kind of being more, I'm officializing it. I'm gonna make it sort of official that I will take it a little bit easy on streaming. We're gonna do less streams a week, supposedly, or just shorter ones. But I think 4 days a week is not, 4 days a week for me is not sustainable with the amount of workload I have to do to make 2.0 happen. And because I really, really need Mintmai 2 to happen, I'll still be here. It's just gonna be like, I think we're gonna just keep it very chill. I hope that we can still play some fun games here and there, but they'll probably be more like, I'm not gonna start like another series like Pokemon ZA, for instance, until 2.0. My actual ultimate goal is after I debut 2.0, then I can start playing some series I've been wanting to like replay. But now, because Undertale is something I so badly need to re-experience from the beginning. Because when I played it for the first time, I was really not... I was not experienced whatsoever. I was still learning things. I think I didn't even have an overlay the first time I did it. So my head was probably blocking things here and then. But I want to have the best version of myself I can, and then I can like play all these games and things that I really want to play, because Deltarune Chapter 5 is out, and I've been avoiding spoilers, like dodging them. And I think I'm safe from spoilers, but I really, really want to do all of Undertale so that I can do all of Deltarune and finally play chapters 3, 4, and 5. Because for the past 3 years, I haven't gotten to touch Deltarune, and oh, I miss it. oh, it is like Undertale, Deltarune, some of my favorite games ever. Undertale particularly. So I really would love to pull up as my best fake yourself as soon as possible. I think I've been very careful in not wanting to promise any specific like time for 2.0, but if I do this sort of, I wouldn't really call it a semi-hiatus because I'll still be active, but if I kind of stick to this good like 2 streams a week, maybe 3, I think that I should be able to have 2.0 like definitely before our 4-year anniversary, if not like summer, because I really wanted to enjoy like a little bit of summer with my new look. I think you'll really like it. Like I'm not tooting my own horn right now. I think you'll really like it. And I also do think that you might agree with me in and you don't have to. I do think it's complicated whenever creators, right, or VTubers, when they change their appearance. I do think that it can be a bit complex because obviously as I am right now is perfectly fine, but you know, it's okay if you really like this look. But what I will say is 2.0 is the same, but better, in my humble opinion. Also, I do think that I don't mind talking a little bit more about this now too. I think I might have mentioned it when I first mentioned 2.0. I don't remember specifically, but I actually wanted 2.0 to kind of better reflect I wanted it to reflect my body type a little bit better. I think that when it came to just a little bit, like when it came to me creating my own sort of like, you know, when it came to creating my own outfits and things like that, honestly, it's like the way I appear on camera right now is too short. Is a little bit too short to properly translate sometimes, which you would think it's no big deal, but it was actually a really major technical issue when it came to me dancing in 3D actually. Because it's not, when you think about it, it's not something that you think of in particular, but I was like, oh, I quite literally got my proportions a little bit off, and then it made it harder for things to like, it made it quite literally more difficult from a technical standpoint. Yeah. The other thing is just, I think it'll be the same but different. I also think that I wanted to oh gosh, this is making me more embarrassed because I don't feel like emphasizing this more than I need to. But for example, like I wanted to, when I initially drew how I looked, I kind of buffed myself too much in terms of there's still something, but just not that much. I think I had noticed it more and more as I had drawn each, like, as I had put together and prepared and illustrated every new outfit, it would get increasingly harder. And then I realized I could never make, like, I like cute, you know, I like different cute outfits, and I've always wanted to maybe like have something for summer, but it was always very much like, okay, this like chest to hip to waist ratio is not working. And it was not intentional. It was just one of those things where my skills kind of, there's a little bit of a gap between what I saw in my head and what my skills were. It's okay. No, I'm very, how do I put this? I'm part of the itty bitty titty community. But I'm also like, it's just medium is where I sit. Actually, I wouldn't even call it that. Sorry, not me looking down to check. There's nothing there for me to see. But what I will say is, like, I wish to proudly represent my B cup. B stands for Baker, okay? So, if I'm being honest, B cups are already an exaggeration. I'm proudly an A cup, okay? But just please let me wear a push-up bra for stream, okay, please? I just think it looks really cute in the dress, okay? I just think it looks like, I think that women with any, you know, same goes for everyone, you know, not just women, just a chest, all sizes of chest in every single body part, you know? You rock it. Whatever you're happy with is awesome. And so I am in perfect agreement with myself. I love my petan. I didn't mean for this to become such a big tangent. Yes, I'm including pecs. But what I mean to say is, I love my A cups, but if I wear a push-up bra, they are B. So I'm just let me have this one thing, okay? Let me have this. Let me enjoy my not the details. I just don't know how to explain my preferences without it. Like, I just want to say it in the most plain, intellectual, fashion-loving way I can, you know? Because the thing is, as much as I love my flatness, if I don't wear a push-up bra, you see the sweetheart neckline that I so adore, the very cute, rounded sweetheart neckline shape that I have for my uniform for the bakery. I love that dress style, but I just think it's extra cute, okay? If I give the girls a bit of support, okay? Everyone has their own preferences, though, in what represents themselves and what makes them feel good. But yeah, for me, it was just one of those things where, actually, quite some time ago, this was not just a recent realization. I do think part of this, interestingly, lines up with me moving away from Twitch as well. It's so funny that you felt like you needed to explain, though. Like, girl, we weren't gonna riot. No, I think I do want to explain, actually, but more so for myself. I knew that you had my back. I knew that you were all for it. And that's the kind of community we have here, which is just so awesome. So much love. Love ya. But I'm also saying this for other, like, girls. Like, I love women. I want to be loved by women. Uh-oh. Mintmai speaking her deepest of thoughts. No, it's just one of those things where not only am I so grateful that we have a community where we've got guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and I think that that's beautiful, and I really adore all of you. And I think that having this kind of fun and diverse mix is so cozy, and I also wish to kind of be like, I wish to talk about things unfiltered that girls also talk about just amongst themselves sometimes, without necessarily, I guess for lack of a better term, like without sexualizing it, you know? I think it's very easy for, you know, when you're an anime girl online, it's very easy to kind of for people to start kind of rolling the ball in that direction, where it's like, you know, I don't know. I want to be comfy, and I think being and representing myself in a way that I think is not only accurate, but just makes me feel really good. Like, I wanna just be me, and I think that that's the best thing. And my current self is also me. It's just with more padding. I can laugh about it. I will say, there's some things, like some outfits. Hi, kitty. Oh my gosh. I can never ignore when someone has a cat that wants to say hi. Psst, 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 psst. My cats say hi too. But I will say some of it might have been subconsciously, I might have been subconsciously influenced, you know? Not in a negative way, because again, it just came down to like my art skill. Drawing what I could see in my head and not realizing what it might look with different outfits down the line and things like that. But I do think now that I've moved to YouTube, it's kind of like, oh, I don't feel like I have to be a certain type of way. And I think when I was on Twitch, I also didn't feel like I had to be a certain type of way. I was always being myself. But I do think that overall, there's still a little bit of a feeling. There's still a little bit of a feeling of like wanting to fit in with what what a VTuber is, which my knowledge on that was very limited. My knowledge on all of that was very limited. I actually did, for my personal preference, I initially, for my current look, I actually did ask my rig artist to turn down certain physics because it was, while it looks really great in like the showcase, while it looks really great when you're looking at it as a piece of art, when it's literally me and how I represent myself, there's a point in time where I was like, oh man, does this ever get distracting on stream? I was like, hello, hey bestie, could you just... I was like, could we make them a little bit more, They can be less gravity defying. They weren't too intense to begin with, but to be fair, I'm no better than I'm no better than my fellow anime enjoyer. I will kind of be, I will be oogling sometimes. Okay? But most of the time it's when I see like a really beautiful live 2D showcase. It doesn't have to do with the person specifically, but rather it's just like, oh my goodness, that outfit looks so flattering on you. Dabbles my sweat. Please never call them boibles ever again. I'm teasing you. But also, where did that come from? Who taught you that? Who gave you that as a concept for a nickname? Oh my god. I'm teasing. Mostly because like, I'm like, whoa, bazinga. I've never heard of that one before. Yeah, lighthearted. All jokes, but I've not heard that one before. Guys, I've spent like way too long talking about that aspect of the 2.0. That's not the important That's not the important part. That's not what I meant to say. What I really wanted to say is I'm so happy that I can show you all what I've been working really hard on soon. And not only that, I think for a long time I've been wanting to kind of not shift, but I've been wanting to do like streams, but also other things. Like I want to make a few more videos / covers now and then. And so I'd like to give myself some time to organize how I want to do that in the future, so I can be more consistent. Because in the past it's always like, oh yeah, we're doing tons of streams, but we're not doing videos or covers very often. But I think that's always something I've been curious about. I've been interested in editing videos myself, or trying to share more things I want to make with you. So pretty excited about that. So this is a big things are happening in Mintmai's bakery in the latter half of 2026. But you see, I pretty strongly feel this way towards myself about things, where I don't want to keep saying big things are coming, but then procrastinating those things because I'm working on something else. So this is my way of being like, okay, I'm making it official. If I'm limiting my stream output for now, just temporarily, if I don't have to put up as many waiting rooms, and if I don't necessarily spend the hours in the middle of my day with stream, I will just work through that. Like, I think it's tough though, because I also don't want to be away from you much. But I do think, I hope the quality of each and every stream is just gonna be us having a really good time. I want to stick to doing art streams once a week, so that's not moving at all. And I still think that that is at a consistent pace. So I just want to see how I feel about like my workload alongside kind of a reduced amount of activities. But this week, because Mintmai agreed, I didn't want to start getting back to work too immediately. I didn't want to come back and be like, okay, do 2 streams and then we lock in. So this week I wanted to at least stream on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I have the stream schedule here, by the way. Yippee! We're doing Mintmai's closet on Friday, because obviously I have to show off all the cute outfits I have again. And it's not like we'll never see them again. I hope to continue featuring them in artwork and, again, seeing how much personal time I have as my own seamstress. I do hope to get some more clothes on me going forward. It is true though, I think the early, maybe the first year and a half I was streaming, I streamed a bit less, and I also, I guess I wasn't I wasn't taking everything as like hardcore as I am now. And when I say hardcore, it's mainly just because I realize this is such a huge passion of mine that I want to give it everything I've got. So thank you for rooting for me. Man, I'm just smiling to myself right now. I can't believe how lucky and happy I get to be, and that I get a chance to like sort of do this really exciting thing for myself and also you. Eats chibi Mintmai. Thank you, Flora, for 8 months of Membon. Big Mintmai love forever. Big flower friend love forever. Oh man, if I keep being sappy, it's not gonna be good. It's like my first day back. I can't be too sappy. Woo! Either way, tomorrow I'm locking in. I'm gonna pack orders tomorrow. That's probably gonna spend a few hours packing orders and then and like labeling them all. It's very fun to pack orders actually. I want to vlog it someday. Like pack orders with me. It's so fun. I've gotten into a groove of it. It's like once I start, I can do a bunch of them at once, and it's kind of satisfying. I feel like I'm playing like a simulator, except it's real life. It's Mintmai do your job simulator. Mintmai, do your part-time job that you have self-imposed. Run your store simulator. It's just like I organize everything, and then I pack it, and then I weigh it, and I print the shipping labels. And then lately I've done this thing where I have this really cute washi tape. Cause I don't have a new business card design yet, but I still want to package things in a way that, you know, feels cute when it comes in the mail. So I put like a little sticker and I try to add a little bit of me in there. I sprinkle some of me in there. So I love watching those. Me too. See, because I love watching them, I also feel like I should at least try making them to see if I like. Well, I already know that I like vlogging. It's just my video editing experience. I need to do a little bit of brushing up on that. So yeah. It is cute. I'm so glad you guys enjoy it. It's very fun for me, and also I'm really just so appreciative because the merch store of course supports me in a major way as well, but you also get to have something in return, which is really nice. Also, can't wait to see you on Friday and Saturday. Friday, Mintmai's Closet. Saturday, Drawing Your OCs Part 2 because I couldn't resist. I still have so many OCs like saved in my folder of OCs I potentially wanted to draw. And I know that it's kind of a rare thing just to have your OC drawn on stream, but I just want to do a couple more full, like holding my hands together, clasping my hands together. Please. I just want to do a couple more, because I think I've been having a good time with my new tablet. I've been away from it for a week now. But you know what was fun? I've been drawing on that new, like the tablet, the screenless tablet, just to like practice. And then when I draw on my iPad again now, I'm like, it's so slippery. Why is it so slippery? It feels so weird, but also good. It's like the muscle memory comes back immediately and I'm having a good time drawing there again. It's just Clip Studio Paint has so many cool things. Or rather, you know, it doesn't, my computer doesn't get super hot because my iPad's at a point in time where if I try and do really big files or things like that, or very high resolution artwork, and once I have enough layers, it starts chugging and I'm like, but what if I want to draw something nice and detailed? I think that summer artwork I did recently was already kind of, we were pushing the limits of what it can do. And that's not even like super, super high resolution. So, wow, I feel so like, I feel so content. I feel so, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I feel so content, so fulfilled, and so lucky. But I'm also hungry. Hungry as in hungry to do more things together. Hungry to show you what I've got in the kitchen. I do think I'll wrap up chats for today though. This has been very nice. This has been so very nice. Thank you for the warm welcome back. Oh, me too. I'm still at Delish Kitchen. Oh, let me know if you find anything really yummy there. Any recipe that you'd really like to make. Thank you for the warm welcomes home. I'm feeling nice. Oh wow, the music chimed in and it's like cozy music. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't contain my excitement for some things that are on the way. So as always, smile. Keep your eyes on me, I say in the most idol-like fashion that I can. Yeah. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter about streams. Even if there's only 2 streams a week while I'm kind of on this semi-hiatus thing, I'll put up the waiting rooms earlier in advance. I don't know if I'll post a weekly schedule. I think it's nice to, but I do feel like it won't have to be like this for very long. My goal is like a month maximum. I don't want to keep to a 2 stream a week schedule for long. I'm gonna start feeling like it's too little and I'll start working harder and faster to get everything done on time. I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't take this anymore. I need to finish prepping debut now. I know myself. I'm gonna start itching to yap and to have more frequent streams like too soon. Always watching you cheering. Thank you. You know what would be nice? Maybe I can do like the same 2 days every week for sure. And then if there's like a third, if there's an extra stream, we'll add that in there. And Memba and chatting streams will also just happen as per usual. I will just schedule them in as like an extra stream. Yeah. But we're gonna try this like 2 to 3 stream a week thing. I do think I'll still post a schedule. Wait, do you want to see a really old schedule before we go for today? I have my first stream schedule ever. Oh my gosh. I drew it myself manually in Procreate because I didn't know that people had like, I didn't know that people could make schedule graphics, I guess. So I drew it myself. Oh, actually, the file I have right now might not even be my oldest stream schedule. But look, this is when I was not doing as many things a week. Let me see. Awesome. Hello. Sounds like a great tentative schedule. Yeah, it's like we're just gonna do 2 a week for sure, locked in. And then I think art streams, I'll try and do them every Sunday, if not Sunday, Saturday. I like having at least 1 stream on a weekend because I know what it feels like to be occupied Monday through Friday. That's just like how the world often works. Not for everyone, of course, but for anyone that's got like school or work, it's pretty often that Monday through Friday is pretty much a grind. And so I want to at least have 1 weekend stream and then 1 weekday stream. I think that sounds good. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryfrost, for a year and 1 month of member. I saw your generational fumble on Twitter. That's how I'm thanking you. A small call out. You were doing great before that second reply. You saw what? I saw Rai fumble and Oshi in real time on Twitter. And I really like watching her too. So I just thought it was so funny. Spare me. Teasing / positive. I thought it was really funny. And very sweet. It's cute. Happy. So this is not the schedule for the week. As you can see, I played Minecraft for the first time on wow, I didn't even put the date back then. I played Minecraft for the first time on January 25th, 2023. What a sight to see. And as you can see, the Sunday art stream trend has been, it's like a tale as old as time. I started that pretty early on. As soon as I realized, hey, I really like streaming and maybe I shouldn't just stick to only doing games once a week. I'm really glad that whether you're here for, you know, the first time today, just a few minutes, whether you've been here for a day or 2, a week, a month, or many years, I'm proud to say that I'm really happy that we get to just hang out and like grow together, like just as people. Let's keep being happy. You know what I really like? This really cute background art I got illustrated. I like that when I stand here in the middle, the tiny flower friend in the back is on my head. But yes, let's keep being happier and happier together. I think that is amazing. And even through the really hard times, because of course there are gonna be times when you can't always be like 100% Genki, happy, and uplifted. But in moments like that, we still got each other. And I think that sort of sense of warmth and hope and whimsy is what keeps us going for a long time. And love for love. Yippee. Thank you for being here. For spending your precious time here, truly. I couldn't be happier. So, thank you for supporting, for lack of a better term, this mom and pop bakery, except it's just Mintmai. I'm mom and I'm pop. Oh, when did I start saying for lack of a better term? When did I start speaking so formally? I feel like I never say that. Every time I pick up a new linguistic quirk, it ends up being so frequently used to the point where I get annoyed by myself for overusing it, and then I'm like, stop saying it, Mintmai, stop saying it. And then I keep saying it. Your mom's rubbing off on me? No, my mom speaks to me in Mandarin. Actually, you know, maybe she does say, for lack of a better term, but just in Chinese. Beautiful. That's kind of like, for example, I will respect your choice. You forgot your capitalization. Not accurate Mintmai mom impression. She has perfect grammar in texting. Yes, I'm a very proper lady. Absolutely. Do I have you convinced? I failed. No. A good attempt. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for again being here. I really cherish this time that we get together. And as I said earlier, let us just keep being happier and happier and happier and just, you know, it's great to have a constant and to enjoy our day-to-day lives together. Yeah. And have a lot of fun and exciting things to look forward to. So I'm looking forward to a very chill July with you all, and hopefully a more exciting August or September. But I'm holding myself accountable. I'm getting really excited about some of these things. So since that excitement continues to boil over, all I can say is just thank you for putting your trust in me. I'll do you so proud. And I'll see you next time. Here I go. I got rockets in my shoes. Let's go. Mint my rocket. It's blasting off again. Thank you. Flower from love. Always proud of you. Oh, what if I cried? What if I cried? Oh, what? Ooh, where? You already do us proud. Where? I am so proud of you too. Bye! So sappy. Bye! Bye! Ochu!